Funny how Kamala only cared about the country when she was running for president, and
one way or another, y'all gonna find some kind of way to blame the black woman. What else do we have to do? During slavery, we put y'all kids on our tits so we can make it through. We helped lead the civil rights movement. We helped lead the women's rights movement. We've held down the Democratic Party forever. While y'all talk about us, drag us, everybody, and we are still here. We are America. Y'all don't want to blame the actual people that are in charge. Y'all want to blame us still. We responsible for everything, right? Ridiculous. Grow the up.
Kamala still is and always was a worthless piece of shit, and if you can't see that now while living in the fascism that she opened the door for, then that's a you problem. I'm no longer arguing with you people, and it's not called rebranding myself. It's called continuing to post on my social media completely unbothered by weird bitches like you that don't have a half of a brain cell to process on your own and just do whatever the people in power tell you to do, okay? Y'all be so mad that people are able to use their discernment, the God-given discernment that you have as well, but just ignore. Stop coming on my page talking about, weren't you talking about Kamala? Wasn't everybody? I just asked a very valid question. Where the fuck is she? Oh, okay. But you wanted me to believe that she was ever supposed to be a defense to this fascism that we're facing, when she was a direct tool to allowing it to happen. And because you can't process that, you're angry at me for processing that. You're pitiful, you're pathetic, you need help, and you need to grow up. As a matter of fact, you probably need to go back to civics class so you can learn how this entire power structure, the one that the silk press was working with, is meant to oppress you. And all things like this do is continue to oppress yourself. So, come on, wisen up, wisen up. It's all right there. It's all right there.
Happy Friday, guys. Are you up for a little Friday foolery? This white guy came across my YouTube channel last night. I think he thought he had his got you moment. He came in talking about, when Biden was basically forced out of the office, they brought Kamala and she came in saying that she was going to be the leader of the country and, she was going to lead this. And, well, I just want to know, where is she? I mean, with all that talk, why isn't she out now? Why isn't she speaking up now on what she can do? Why isn't she out now talking about her plan? My question to him, what kind of position is she in to implement any kind of plan? What kind of position is she in? She is a citizen of the United States. That's it. She has no power. She holds no office. She has no authority. So what kind of plan can she implement about what's going on today? Can you enlighten us? How can someone who has the same amount of power that we do as a citizen, which is none, how can she implement a plan? You left out that step. You didn't tell us how she could implement that plan. See, you came with the suggestion and the accusation, but you didn't come up with the avenue of going about implementing this plan. Why did you leave that important factor out? How is she going to implement a plan when she's just a citizen now? See, your group, you overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. So, you didn't want her plan. And she told you what her plan was. And she could have implemented that plan had she been put in a position of power. But because she's not in a position of power, her plan, what can she do with the plan? What can she do with the plan and no power to back it? And because you left out that vital step of how she can implement this plan, we're all baffled. And I really think you have really just wasted, and you wasted your time, and you actually humiliated yourself. Because who you should have been trying to call out was your group of fellow white men who voted this in. Who you should have been asking, where are you and why aren't you speaking out and what are you going to do? You should have been asking your fellow white man in your group who numbers voted for Trump.
Hello tribe, welcome again to this particular channel. I go by Sherlock, that is even in case you're bumping across it accidentally. This is the tea. The pro-Trump, the Cubans, the Venezuelans, they're coming out crying to the blacks, especially to the blacks, and to be more precise, the black women. Because it seems like the black women time and time again are the ones who usually stand at the front line advocating for the rights that have been marginalized, for the marginalized individuals or for the marginalized communities. And that tells us that, there is certain kind of power, or I don't know which word I can just put there, that comes with, when the blacks are stepping in for you. But again, on the other hand, also we have now these Latinos. Of course, they're crying that maybe the other option would have, served them better, the Kamala Harris option. But now it's too late. But again, they have been warned time and time again. Media doesn't lie and internet doesn't lie. There are different platforms and different, times when these, the Cubans and the pro, Trump and the MAGA community, they were warned that, this one, you don't celebrate yet. What goes around comes around. Now, guys, I've compiled several clips from here and there, putting together this particular information so that at least we could, we are seated and we are going to watch together. And of course, at the end of it, I'll circle back with my own thoughts, sentiment, critical analysis of the same. But again, along the line, do drop us your comments of what exactly you think. Let's keep on watching.
Who voted for this? That's where your time would have been better spent than trying to get a bait and a clickbait video going out, because all you did was humiliated yourself. Do you realize how ignorant you look? Talking like this woman has the power to change what's going on now. What power does she have? And now, why are you suddenly interested in her plan? Your group rejected her plan, remember? The only group in this country wanted her plan, wanted to give her the power to implement her plan, was the 92% black women and the 80% black men. We were the one that was interested in her plan when it counted, when it would have made a difference. The plan is what can, please tell us. How can she go about implementing anything as a citizen of the United States, which is all she is right now? And it's hilarious how this same group that you come from, you out here asking where Kamala is and why this same group now is asking where this woman is, wants the black woman help. This is the same group that called black women loud, angry, and bitter, and ghetto. But now all of a sudden, y'all can't live without the loud, the bitter, and the ghetto black woman. Do you realize again how ignorant you look? How many times have we heard from this same group that the black woman is this and that, and she needs to sit down and she needs to shut up, and she's just too loud, she's too angry, she's too bitter? Now, your same group, y'all expect for the black woman to come up and fix this. You want the black woman to come in and save you. Save this country. Why? Why do you want the loudmouths? Those are your words. The fact of the matter is, until you make up your mind on really what side you stand, we don't give a damn what you have to say right now. Because right now, we all know it's a self-serving agenda of why you out here making these videos. You know that y'all asses is in trouble. You know that y'all are in trouble. And who do y'all look to get y'all out of trouble? Who does white America look to get them out of trouble? You look to black people, especially black women. Well, those days are over. You made the mess. you clean up the mess. Don't care what you got to say about them. Don't care what you got to say about us. Now everybody's hollering, where are the black people? Why aren't they out here protesting? And the Cubans are supposed to be so mad at us. We don't really give a flying, okay, about what y'all think. We don't care, especially y'all and y'all feelings. Y'all being pissed off supposed to affect us how? Y'all being totally pissed at us is supposed to affect us how? Because when we were pissed off, when y'all went out there and voted overwhelmingly for Trump, we was pissed off that y'all care. No, y'all was too busy singing, I will vote for Donald Trump. That's what y'all was doing. We were pissed. Did y'all care? You sure didn't. Y'all was dancing around with the Trump flags. You didn't give a damn about how we felt. And now we supposed to care about how you feel? Oh, and by the way, Trump just signed another executive order to revoke about 500,000 Cubans and Venezuelans legal status. So he's giving y'all to April 30th to get out on your own or risk being deported. Y'all still dancing? I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all still voting? I mean, y'all still popping? Because y'all was all out on the boats, you know, with all your little bands, and y'all was, you know, cha-cha-cha and can out. I want to see that same energy. I want to see that same energy. Because until it started kicking y'all in the ass, y'all was having a hell of a time. Until it started putting tears in y'all eyes. Y'all went from singing, I will vote for Donald Trump, and yes, we will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all went from that to howling ass in the street, talking about, come get me, they got my wife, they got my daughter, somebody help me, come get me, I'm in. That show changed quick, didn't it? And it changed because of you. It changed because of y'all group. It changed because of the group of people that went out here and voted for Trump. And y'all did that. The Hispanics did it. The Asians did it. The Mexicans did it. The white people did it. Everybody did it except for the black community. We the only ones that overwhelmingly said we don't want this. And not just for us. We didn't want it for anybody. But y'all were only thinking about yourselves. So you know what? We finna think about ourselves. We're gonna sit down. We're on vacation. On April 5th, we will be having a I think I heard something about a nationwide cookout. I'm already down for that. I will be probably filming from my backyard over my grill on April 5th if the weather permits. With drink in hand. We're not getting involved in this. And we don't care who you call out or how you try to call out. We don't care about your gaslighting attempts. We don't care about none of that. We really don't. Y'all made this mess. Y'all gonna get down there and y'all gonna clean it up. And we will holler at y'all in the end. Peace out. Before I'm out, one question. Is it great again yet? My friends keep asking.
Okay, but where is Kamala Harris right now? When you have people like AOC, Bernie Sanders, Tim Walz, all these people going to red districts to talk to people, there was obviously a movement within the Democratic Party to go and try and get these votes and get these people and get an understanding.
No tea, no shade. But why is it that AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Tim Walz can go to these red and rural districts and appeal to Republicans, but Kamala Harris, when she was running for president, couldn't? Why is it that she was vilified and deemed a motherfucking monster when she had no commonality with Liz Cheney, but yet she went on a campaign trail to these rural and red districts appealing to Republicans and still running off of Democratic policies like an opportunity economy? Mind you, Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney, the only commonality that they had and the only thing that they talked about that was the same or similar was the fact that Donald Trump was a threat to democracy, but yet Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Tim Walz can do it, but Kamala Harris wasn't allowed to. What's the difference between the two? And I don't want you motherfuckers to gaslight me. I want you to show your fucking work. What's the difference between AOC, Tim Walz, Bernie Sanders, and what Kamala Harris was doing during the election? But yet you guys put out that message saying that Kamala Harris was a bad politician. But yet they can do it. And you want to continue to gaslight black people and make us believe that this election wasn't about race. Show your work, bitch. Please. Show your fucking work. Don't piss on me and then have the motherfucking gall to call it rain.
Okay, but where is Kamala Harris right now? When you have people like AOC, Bernie Sanders, Tim Walz, all these people going to red districts to talk to people, there was obviously a movement within the Democratic Party to go and try and get these votes and get these people and get an understanding.
No tea, no shade. But why is it that AOC, Bernie Sanders, and Tim Walz can go to these red and rural districts and appeal to Republicans, but Kamala Harris, when she was running for president, couldn't? Why is it that she was vilified and deemed a motherfucking monster when she had no commonality with Liz Cheney, but yet she went on a campaign trail to these rural and red districts appealing to Republicans and still running off of Democratic policies like an opportunity economy? Mind you, Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney, the only commonality that they had and the only thing that they talked about that was the same or similar was the fact that Donald Trump was a threat to democracy, but yet Bernie Sanders, AOC, and Tim Walz can do it, but Kamala Harris wasn't allowed to. What's the difference between the two? And I don't want you motherfuckers to gaslight me. I want you to show your fucking work. What's the difference between AOC, Tim Walz, Bernie Sanders, and what Kamala Harris was doing during the election? But yet you guys put out that message saying that Kamala Harris was a bad politician. But yet they can do it. And you want to continue to gaslight black people and make us believe that this election wasn't about race. Show your work, bitch. Please. Show your fucking work. Don't piss on me and then have the motherfucking gall to call it rain.
I see a lot of people asking, where's Kamala? Where is she? Why isn't she leading the fight against Donald Trump? And I need you all to take a seat, because that woman spent 107 days giving every single ounce of herself fighting for you and fighting for this country and fighting for the whole fucking world. And 90 million Americans couldn't be bothered to get off their asses and go out there and vote for her. Not only did she spend 107 days doing that, she has spent the past several decades of her life working for the American people. And you know what she was doing between the election and the inauguration? Well, she was working with Biden to put whatever safeguards they could in place to prevent some of the worst things that Donald Trump was going to do. But also, she spent that time consoling people who were coming up to her and crying on her shoulder about what had happened. And I know that because I saw it firsthand, again and again and again, where people would just be sobbing on her shoulder. Do you know what kind of strength it takes to take on other people's pain that way? A lot. And if she wants to take a goddamn minute to breathe and figure out what she wants to do next, maybe make some good food and enjoy her family, then she can take all the time she wants. And if she decides that she's never ever going to come back into the public life, well, I for one would be very sad, but I will also support her till the end of time, because she has already given a goddamn enough to this country.
To all of you who are blaming us Arabs for Kamala losing, I'll tell you this. Kamala had everything already. All she had to do was stop sending billions of dollars to a foreign country. All she had to do was listen to the people, and she refused to do so. She shut down our voices time and time again. What did you think was going to happen? She's a grown woman. She made her choice, and she dug her own grave, and that's it. It has nothing to do with us. Particularly Palestinian voices were even talking about not endorsing the red and blue parties. And what do? Some of you? You vote for the parties that are hurting them in the first place. Did Palestine teach you nothing? Or do you just not care about them?
Nobody believed her, and now I see all of these people on my For You page, mainly white men, which is interesting, asking, where is Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris is minding her business, as she should be.
I tuned into Bernie's Fight the Oligarchy tour. Great speech. Awesome. He is not saying anything that Kamala Harris didn't say on the campaign trail. Like, yes, he's saying the word oligarchy out loud, but like, Kamala Harris said fascism. Kamala Harris said wannabe dictator.
Kamala Harris mentioned the billionaire class that Donald Trump was wanting to give tax cuts to, and not the working class people that she was trying to focus on. Like, I am glad that people are energized by Bernie, but it really just is like, why the did you need an old ass white man to say that while we were actively under duress? Why couldn't you listen to a black woman trying to tell you that an active threat was right there?
Okay, but where is Kamala Harris right now? When you have people like AOC.
Leave it up to racist white people to expect the black woman to do the job that they refuse to hire her for. Those of you that are looking for Kamala Harris, I need to remind you, she is not an elected official at this time. She is a private citizen. So you asking, where is Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris is wherever the fuck she wants to be. I mean, white people, don't get me wrong. I understand that you all are now in distress as you are watching the person that you chose to put in the White House tearing everything down, including your 401k, your savings accounts. Yeah, I understand the distress. So what you need to do is leave Kamala Harris alone. Stop looking for Kamala Harris and look towards your elected officials, your congressmen and women. And yeah, look to Donald Trump. Go talk to Donald Trump. That's the one you chose to put into office. You're welcome.
And can y'all stop making videos talking about some where's Kamala? She's at home with her kids and her husband with her feet kicked up drinking ice cold lemonade while her husband grills her a salmon fillet. What's crazy about this whole thing is I know why y'all are saying this. Y'all trying to compare it to how we say, oh, where's Jill Stein now? Where's Maya? It's not the same, and this is not the gotcha that you thought it was. Jill and Maya were actively telling you not to vote for Kamala Harris because a vote for Kamala is a vote against Palestine. Remember that? That's what they were telling y'all. So my question to you is, why do you want to know where Kamala Harris is if y'all were the people who did not vote for her? You did not want her in office. You did not want her policies or anything that she had going on. So why are you concerned about where she is right now? And I mean, this is a genuine question. What exactly do you want Kamala Harris to do? She's no longer in office. She's no longer the vice president. She's not the president. She is no part of the administration at all. So what y'all want to do, like do a pop-up and be like, hey y'all, I'm doing good, just checking in on how y'all doing. Like, what exactly do you expect her to be doing at this point? It doesn't really make any sense to ask where she is.
And let me just say that a certain demographic was not really happy about it.
A certain demographic wasn't happy about it. Kamala Harris is gonna lose. She's gonna, no boo, you're gonna lose. You're going to continue to lose. If she decides to run in 2028 and you vote against her and she loses again, it will be you actually losing. Your life, potentially. Y'all ain't gonna get it until you feel the full brunt of what black people in this country have felt for decades. This certain demographic is gonna continue to watch your canon event. I'm gonna be honest, nothing makes me feel better than to see anti-black people get exactly what they deserve. Enjoy!
Not gonna lie, every time I see a Kamala Harris video where she's just out at Broadway or out at a show, concert, game, whatever, I tear up because we could have had a bad bitch. But also, I tear up because I don't think this country deserves her. And like, you can come to your conclusions on how you think she would have been as president, but I know what she wouldn't have been, what we're currently experiencing now. Yeah. So as sad as I am that she is not our president technically, because you're never going to beat the allegations that this was stolen. But I digress. I am glad she is resting, and I'm glad she can find her smile and just be out in this public. And she's not even like going to sit in a special VIP area. She's just sitting in a regular row next to regular ass people, and they're losing their minds and absolutely geeked. And that makes me happy. Because like I said, this country does not deserve her. This country is going to get exactly what it deserves, good or bad. We're all going to suffer, but it is what it is. But I'm glad she is able to just do regular things. Looking gorgeous, feeling good. Doug right there, absolutely lifting her up. It's a win-win. No notes, 12 out of 10.
I want you to hear this. I'm reading this article inside Kamala Harris's campaign, like the first week in the final hours. And I cannot get over this part that happens in the final hours of the campaign. It says, the moment of truth came just after midnight. O'Malley Dillon huddled with her two best analytics experts. They were her barometer, her North Star. And when they told her they did not see a path, O'Malley Dillon knew there wasn't one. She called the vice president. We're down in the blue wall states, and we're not going to be able to make it up, she said. Oh, comma, my God, says Harris. What is going to happen to this country? So for all of you, where's Kamala? That's where she is. Heartbroken and betrayed. Yikes.
Hello, tribe. I told you once again that I'm going to circle back, and I've circled back here. Yeah. It is evident that what we have is a clear indication of, you know what, Donald Trump doesn't give up. You get me? And irrespective of whether, Marco Rubio hails from the community, that one is not going to deter or maybe to change his course of doing things. It's going to be Donald Trump, and is going to trump everything. And one of the speeches that Trump had made previously, I can recall this, when he said that now America is going to, is taking America back to the golden age. Now that should have clicked. That should have clicked. And the speed, the pace at which that he has gone, signing for these particular declarations, signing these, signing that, provoking this one, turning things around. It is high time that, people start thinking about how they are going to carry themselves so that they don't look like pawns in a chess game, being used and manipulated whichever way. I go by Sherlock once again. Give me that particular thumbs up there, a subscription, so that you be the first one to be notified when you do these things. And then a tiny little comment on the comment section as we continue this conversation right there. See you in the next one. Signing out.